So today we are going to do some nicks. We worked on yesterday on Dylan's stream, Nicks at Night, if you have not seen it. We worked on trying to get a flake built for create melange app, and it did not go so well. Partly because the way that create melange app is built and output is non-standard for OCaml apps, and this is pretty much just your standard OCaml flake. Besides this little packages .node.js, which we'll need for create melange app, I think, but we won't need for normal OCaml stuff. Hey Dylan, what's up? So today what I want to do is take this same flake, put it on a normal OCaml project that I have, and see if it works, and see if we can just get it to work and we're happy and everything's happy and working. How about that? So that's the idea for today. So let's quit right here. Let's just go ahead and figure out where we're going to go with this. So let me get a new session. And I'm thinking what I want to do. I could do Mint T tutorial. It's not a bad choice, but actually what I'm thinking of doing is doing it all in the mtol repo. So for those of you who don't know, I did 12 languages in 4 weeks. And I was thinking, you know what? I have this repo that has all these different languages in it. And what if we like created nicks for the ones of these that we actually care about having like a flake for, that we could then use as a reference for other projects of that ecosystem, if you will. And this would be like a way for me to practice building flakes for different languages. Zig is on there. It's there. So that's the idea. So in this repo, let's just go ahead and get into it. We have in the OCaml section this little hello world app, and this is just a really basic dream-based web API that has some basic endpoints in it. So we'll just go through that real quick, just so you know what the project is, how simple it is, and then we can try to build out a little Nix environment for it. Let's see. So let's go into hello world. And I think this is where I'm going to want to copy create melange app flake to here. Okay. We're so here. And then I'll also need a deriv, and that's just going to end up being, a mvarc, and we're just going to say use flake mvarc deriv allow, and then we should be in this derivation, even though this derivation's not like completely correct yet because I haven't even edited this file, but that's fine. So already it's saying like this isn't something that I can do for you. So let's go ahead and fix that. All right, so we're in OCaml, and just we're in the Hello World project here, and just as a quick tour of the project, it's basically all right here. I'm not even using the lib part of this. It's really just these lines because Dream made this like super easy. I can't remember if I did anything in the lib. Let's see. Lib, I might have. Okay, I did. I put some information there, right? Okay. I couldn't remember if I put anything there, but yeah. So we just have a few functions in our lib. We have a few functions in our bin. Standard Dune setup. Let's see what happens. Did everything just break, really? My internet's been really weird. Twitch shows that I have 0 viewers. This isn't nice. F. Internet. All right. I'm going to go here. We're going to be here. And let's see if we're back. Fuck. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's up. Okay. Are we back? I think we're back. Anybody out there in the universe? We're back. Okay. That sucks. So I've been having some issues with my wired internet, and you can even see that my fireplace is broken again. And I'm thinking this is what happened last night too. And so I'm gonna have to debug that. So we're just gonna run off Wi-Fi. We should be fine. I've streamed plenty on Wi-Fi, but I wonder if my coax network that I'm running a LAN off of is just not quite as solid as I hoped. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? This looks like some weird shit. I'm not doing that. Classic Dylan getting ChatGPT to do all of his work for him. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. So let's see. So anyway, basic OCaml project. That's where we were at. And we're just going to fix this flake to actually work for this project, hopefully. So the main things we need to fix or change are the fact that we don't need that. Thank God. I'm going to leave utop in there because that's something I kind of want for my dev shell in general. And then here we need to actually change this to like the name of our app, which this is just going to match like hello world.opam. And then I think in what Dune project it has the project name. Yeah, here we go. Name hello world. Right. So I'm pretty sure this is the thing that it has to match. Right. So let's see. It looks like I haven't like defined a version anywhere else, which is totally fine with me. It was actually internet, Amit. It was my wired internet. I think something's up with my my LAN over coax setup, which is disappointing, but I think it's still within the return policy. So I'm hoping I can get it to work, because so far it's been better, but the last couple days it's been acting up. So I don't know what happened. Okay. So right. So we changed this to hello world, and then this is actually like the version of our thing, right? and this could be anything. We'll just pretend it's this dash alpha dash stealth mode, right? Yeah, because we're that cool. Alpha stealth mode. I mean, it's just combining all the good things. That's a meme, by the way. Okay. All right, so we're here. Because of our dirim setup, it should just automatically try to resolve our flake again. So we'll see what happens. It still hates me. It still hates me. Okay, let's see what's wrong. Getting status of Nix store hello world slash flake.nix, no such file or directory. I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like I have seen this before. And it's something about this whole mvarc thing. Let's just try doing this without the mvarc for a second and see what happens. And we're just going to do a Nix flake check. Nope, has nothing to do with the mvarc. Okay, that's disappointing. Now, the only thing that's like non-standard about like this whole package is that, of course, like my Git repo is 2 directories up. But other than that, there's nothing weird about this. But I wonder if that's why it's having a hard time. That's the only thing that's non-standard about this project. I'm just thinking about it. Source is /. Hey, Whimsically, what's up? Thanks for dropping in. We are figuring out some OCaml Nix stuff. Is my chat screen layer stuck? Oh, it does seem like it's stuck. That's weird. But everything else is working? Huh. Let me try refreshing this. Refresh cache of current page. Okay. Yeah, with a new project, basically. Okay. All right. We're just going with that. Good call out, Amit. You could just use Emacs as your window manager and then run OBS with that. Right. Yeah. Okay. So we tried this and it didn't work, which is disappointing. I was kind of hoping it would just work and it didn't. It works even less than when we did create Melange app. And I have my only theory again is that like the Git repo is not at the same level, like in the directory structure, as my flake.nix. And that might be what's messing this up. In which case, like mtol is not a good test place to put all these flakes because, yeah, it's not. So let's go ahead and ls this path and see what is here. Okay, interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to have something to do with this. Interesting. Okay, what was the error again? No, getting status of this /ocaml /hello world. No such file or directory. It's weird. And that's the same error if I do this, right? Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. If not, we'll try it on a different project that's less different. Do ls OCaml endure? Like, what do you mean? Flake.nix, no such file or directory. This is a really standard error, so this is probably not going to be that helpful to Google, but we'll just see. Well, I did an ls though. I did an ls of the actual directory it's looking at, I mean. And I found OCaml. Like it's right here, and all of this comes through. This could be interesting. Well, of course, it's all Nix. Flake.nix. Yeah. So there's no flake. Oh my God, I did it again, guys. I did it again. It's the same exact effing error I did last time. Unbelievable. All right, watch this. Yeah, that's it. I didn't add the flake.nix to the Git repo. It has to be staged. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist if it's not staged. Ridiculous. I can't believe I did that again. You know, I don't actually know the real answer to that question whimsically, but basically the way like Nix and Git are very interconnected. This is the way I would explain it right now. And if somebody knows Nix better than me, it'd be great if you explained it. But Nix and Git are so interconnected that basically, if Git doesn't know about a file, Nix doesn't know about that file. It's just how it works. So now that I've added it to Git, and it'll be in a commit, you know, once it's added, whether it's just staged or committed or whatever, then it just works. Untitled Gooseberry. Hey, yeah, thanks for the first time chat. I appreciate it. Glad you're here. Next builds a tree of dependencies based on Git. Yeah, okay. Understood. So this is the thing that always hangs a really long time for me, which is fine. I'm just glad that I remembered to just stage the freaking flake.nix. Silly. Silly me. Okay. While that's doing its thing, let's go back into MTOL. It looks like I had a README update at some point to a couple things. Git add. Let's see. I guess I don't really care that much. Well, I'll just wait. I was gonna like commit some of this stuff, but then I have to do it all in one commit or not, and I'd rather the flake be in its own commit. We can at least add .deriv. Let's see, what would it be? Probably something like this to our get ignore. Boom. Okay. Still running. All right, so this is for OCaml. We have our basic flake. I assume this is gonna work, but we'll see what happens. I guess while that's running, we can start looking at, I guess, Rust. I guess having Rust will be better than having Clojure. I want to do Clojure eventually for work, but, you know, we'll start with Rust. So Nix, Rust. Let's see. How should I Google this? Probably like Nix, Flake, Rust, manual, something like that. Maybe take the flake out. I think that might have been, let's see. Nix packages manual OCaml. Okay, that was it. Manual Rust. Okay, let's do this. We'll look at this. We'll look at that. And if we have to, we can fall back here. Okay, I guess we'll just start reading this because it's still hanging. We're still here. It loves this one. It loves to hang right here. It took 6 minutes last night to do this. Okay, to install the Rust compiler in cargo put, you do environment system packages, Rust C cargo, into your config Nix, or bringing them into scope with Nix shell. Sure. Build Rust package. Okay, this looks like the thing that I want, actually. This looks similar to the whole build Dune package. So this is going to be Rust platform dot build Rust package. Okay, very similar to the OCaml thing. So we should be okay there. Let's see. We'll do, for the Rust, we'll do poly for our Nix flake. Because I don't think I have anything in MTOL for Rust that's interesting enough. I think this is just like nothing. Okay, I do have something, but I don't know if this builds. Let's find out while we're waiting. Anyway, cd rust. This is just like a Twitch bot start. Okay. What happens if I cargo run? Anything? Nice. So probably not the best candidate. We'll probably just have to use poly as our example for Rust. God, still going. Okay, I guess we'll just start. We might as well at this point. Let's see. Should we do a new session or just a new window? I guess we'll just do a new window. Weird looking OCaml. I know, right? We're working on a Nix flake for OCaml that hopefully is just gonna work. But this Nix flake check really likes to take a long effing time. This is actually usually when it's done. So this means we're getting somewhere. I threatened doing something else at the same time, so I think it heard me. So let's go into poly and we will start our Nix flake journey here. Let's see if we're all okay. So we've got our Nix flake check working. If I remember right, I deleted the .envarc because I thought maybe it was causing problems. But I think we're back to it not causing problems. Thanks. Yeah, I really try to make really nice commit messages, you know, especially on my own projects. Okay, so this is in, we have Starship tells us that we're in a little Nix shell env. That's really nice. I know that I don't have the OCaml toolchain installed globally anymore. So if I have OCaml here, that means that it's actually coming from where it should be, which is pretty cool. Okay, so then we're just going to say Nix build, and we'll see if it actually builds the project. Okay, library LWT PPX not found. Interesting. All right. Let's think about this. So maybe I need to tell it where this exists. Okay. Yeah, my work commit messages are pretty decent, but they're not like perfect because we just squash and merge anyway. So, you know, it's not extremely important. Purplish coming in with a first. Everybody else is just lazy. Okay, OPAM2 Nix. So then this is like where people start using these things. Well, I thought this would be like a great option, but it looks like it doesn't like this whole LWT PPX thing. So let's search in Nix packages and see if it exists there somewhere. Let's see, this is the manual. I've got packages search up somewhere. There it is. LWT PPX. It appears to exist in OCaml packages. So the fact that it's not being brought in is a little sus to me, but it's not like I know all the things. Okay. Let's maybe we should just take a look at this log file real quick. Okay. Really good. Okay. It was literally just that one line. That was really helpful. Or maybe piping it into less was not necessary. No, it's literally just that. Okay. That was the full log. Nice. Build log not available. Okay. Oh, I'm dumb. It's just this. All right, now let's try this. Okay. We're good. Library dream not found. Okay, so it's not finding any of these libraries for me. And I guess that's kind of what I thought this was going to do, is just like find them all for me. But it's clearly not. That's disappointing. Okay. So if it's not finding the libraries and installing them for me, like, where do I go from there? Bummer. Okay. I have something open about OCaml here. Okay, packaging guide here. So, oh, interesting. Check inputs, build inputs. I feel like the build inputs might be something that I actually need there. But then they're also just like describing pxlet and all this stuff up here as the inputs for those packages. Can I provide the lib search path? I think that's kind of what this is going to do for me. Not yet. So I thought that maybe there was some magic here with build dune package. And I think like different ecosystems will do this differently. Like some functions will just figure it all out for you. And this clearly is not. In that it can't find my dependencies. And I only have like 2 of them. I'm pretty sure my dependencies are just Dream and LWT PPX. Let's see. PPS, LWT, PPX, Dream. And I think my... Okay, PPX deriving JSON. Okay, so I have more than those 2. But it's apparently not finding most of these, according to the build log here. It looks like it finished on these. It said it could not find this dream or this one. I'm guessing it just didn't go on to the other dune. Yeah, not there yet. Not there yet, whimsically. Okay, so this is interesting because basically, you know, like this person has their inputs defined up here and it has all these packages like listed out, like the name of the packages, like they are in OCaml packages. Maybe I need to read the English here. Okay. Here's a simple package example. It defines an attribute, minimal OCaml version. It uses the fetch from GitHub fetcher to get its source. Yeah, right. It also accepts Dune version parameter. Okay, I don't care about that. It sets the optional do check attribute such that tests will be run with Dune run test-p angstrom after the build is complete, but only if the OCaml version is at least 4.05. It uses the package OCaml syntax shims as a build input, alcotest and ppx let as check inputs because they are needed to run the tests, and big string af and result as propagated build inputs. Thus, they will also be available to libraries depending on this library. Interesting. Okay, understood. The library will be installed using the angstrom.install file that Dune generates. So I get this part, and then I'd probably just care about putting all those in my build inputs. Like, since this is a binary, I don't need anything propagated. So I want all my dependencies in build inputs. Do you not have work at this time of the day? Shh, be quiet, whimsically. Yeah, my work situation's interesting. I'll just leave it at that. Essentially, no. I do not have work at this time of day for the few days a week that I stream. No, I do still have a job. This is true. Okay, here is a second example, this time using a source archive generated with Dune release. It is a good idea to use this archive when it is available, as it will usually contain substituted variables such as a version field. This library does not depend on any other OCaml library, and no tests are run after building it. Okay, understood. Fetch URL, Meta, awesome. I already like this way better because it says meta. Okay, just kidding. And sure. Being homeless is not a job. I'm homeless. I just rent this office 4 times a week for streaming. All right. Are added to build inputs. Okay. 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 Understood. So the main thing that I don't understand so far choose the OCaml version you want to use. Okay, OCaml packages, sure. The main thing I don't understand so far is like where this list, like what I'm actually going to be putting into this list and what the F it actually means. But I mean, our inputs so far are just nixpackages.url. And we haven't even like defined OCaml packages anywhere. And I feel like that's kind of weird. Yeah, that's all you need. It's just the essentials. Ergo docs, vertical mouse, and beard oil. That's good. Okay. Okay, native build in. Oh, he did a with. He did it right there. He did a with OCaml packages. So I feel like I'm gonna need this whole OCaml packages thing, because it's not going to be like given to me. But I already have packages.ocaml packages here, which makes me think like maybe I can just say with packages.ocaml packages. This is my thought. Okay. All right. So let's try this. Let's try defining in here. I know we've already done pname, source, and version, but let's try defining the build inputs thing. And I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if it's going to, but we're going to say with packages dot ocaml packages, like so, kind of like we have utop up here, right, for build inputs for make shell. Then we should be able to just have a list here. Did I get my with syntax correct? I just say with like that, right? Oh, I need a semicolon after the with. Okay. Got it. Interesting. Look at that interesting highlighting on Nix mode. I guess it's telling me that I need that semicolon. Anyway. And then let's just try putting dream and ppx let in here, since those were the two that were, I mean, lwt ppx. And let's see if this gets us any further than where we were. I should be able to actually just do this. We'll see what happens. So it doesn't like me. Undefined variable dream. Okay, interesting. I wonder if packages.makeshell somehow brings those in. Or maybe it's just not called dream in OCaml packages, but I would kind of doubt that's the case. Let's go to our OCaml packages search. Like I know LWT PPX is a thing. So I guess let's just start with that and see what happens. Maybe. Okay. It's thinking about something. It found LWT PPX. Okay, so then I'm guessing dream is just not actually what it's called in OCaml packages. Okay, weird. I guess we'll just do dream. I mean, there's going to be a lot of dreams. Okay, here's package sets, and it's not in OCaml packages. Boom. Totally wrecked. Oh, Nick solves this. Dream prefers to be called Morpheus. Nice. Okay. F. Nix does. I mean, I know there's a way I can do this, but like, why is Dream not in OCaml packages? You guys are killing me. All right, let's just do a Nix build for fun. because we like having fun, and we'll see what happens. Package dream for Nix, exactly. This is the life of being in Nix, right? I've heard of this, but this is okay. Library dream not found. Yeah. Okay. You're absolutely right. And why is dream not in Nix packages? Dream OCaml Nix. There's a dream overlay. Okay. I was about to be mad until I saw Antonio's username. I was like, all right, I can't be mad anymore. Okay. Is dream defined here? Dream pure and dream HTTP AF? Amazing. Okay. Build Doom package rec, pname equals dream, inherit dream pure, source version. Okay, so let's see. I'm interested in like how they got this. So without having to use the dream overlay, what is it that I can do here? Okay, so this is the like dream pure and dream HTTPF. Okay. So this gets all this stuff. Source equals fetch from GitHub. Okay. Um, the way I would define an overlay is it's kind of like you have your basic behavior of packages and Nix packages and all that kind of stuff. And you literally put this on top of it so that you have now special things that you didn't have before. So like, for instance, I actually use an overlay for Emacs in Home Manager. And let's see. So I define my overlay here, just the Emacs overlay URL, right? And then I use it right here, define it as the overlay I'm going to use. And without it, none of this would work. Now, there's probably an Emacs package in Nix packages, but this gives me options to override that and for it to just like work magically. And then the overlay also does this thing where I can use package like I normally do in my Emacs config. But when Nix reads my Emacs config, it will actually get all those packages from Nix packages instead of from, Melpa or whatever you're using directly. Probably, again, a grug explanation, but that's the way that I would describe it based on my current specialty. So my current level of amazing skill, it lays over. All right. Yeah. I'm glad you understood something. I don't know if anything I said made sense. Okay. So where were we? We were on our Hello World flake.nix. And we were figuring out whether we should use this dream overlay or not. Now, technically, this overlay seems like it would just give me everything that I would want, but I'm scared. It looks like Nginx config soundle, yeah. That's funny. Then the language isn't so bad. I mean, a lot of people in the functional programming space would say the Nix language is the worst part of Nix. Well, what is up with this effed? Oh, it's because I was doing it in. I know why. It's because I was editing this in NeoVim and I don't have a Nix mode installed or anything like that in NeoVim. Whatever you call it. I don't know. Probably a tree sitter grammar. I don't know. Yeah, we fixed it. CM/ yeah. I literally just select that and press tab, which I know is like really not Emacsy. I actually don't know how to do it in Vim motions. I'm trying to mostly just use Vim motions so that I can use Emacs and Vim semi interchangeably, like as far as actually, navigation goes. I haven't bothered looking up what you're supposed to do in Vim motions for that. I still go into insert mode, select it, and press tab. It's pretty gross, pretty bad. Okay. Okay. So this is in our flake.nix. We could just define nix overlays, and then we could just like let this work. I don't know. It's not terrible. And then we would have all of this stuff. Just thinking about it. All right. I know that Alt F4 BG whatever, he has a kickstart for OCaml. And so I'm thinking maybe I should see what he has. But it's not going to fix the fact that Dream is not packaged for OCaml. So really, if I was not using Dream in this project, I would already be okay. Everything would be fine. What does this remind you of, whimsically? You said you're going to replace Arch with Nix, and then you use Debian on all of your devices. That's so good, Sound. If you're old enough or picked up a tech early enough, you got to pick up new additions to it as it came. Yeah. Am I supposed to be guessing what this is still? Oh, I missed the other thing. Oh, I kind of remember. I've heard of the Kako Uni. I don't know how you're supposed to say it though. Okay, let's see. How can we get... So we have a couple options, right? We could just like package Dream for Nix ourselves. We could do that. Or... Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I hate that too, whimsically, honestly. I think we just overcomplicate most things. Let's just look up Dream, the original Dream repo real quick. We'll just start there. Okay, I see. So there's a different OPAM between Dream Mirage, Dream Pure, and Dream HTTP AF. And that's why some of that's not in there. And then there's just the normal Dream OPAM. So that's what's kind of crappy about this, if I want to say it that way. And that's probably why Antonio created an overlay for this, is that I bet you have to build all the other things in order to get Dream itself to build. Yeah, here it is. Dream HTTP AF and Dream Pure. And none of these are in Dune packages. And that's why they went the overlay route. All right. I think I'm just going to try to use this overlay and see what happens. Why not? This isn't what I expected to do. I'm definitely not a meme. I promise you. This isn't what I expected to do, and I'm a little annoyed because I just wanted something really simple for I created something in OCaml and now I'm going to use this flake for it. But I guess this is really this is just the life, right? This is what we're going to be dealing with Nix anyway. I think what I want to do first, let me think. I'm getting there. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is a lot of stuff all at once. I get what you're saying. Whimsically, trying to figure out flakes and overlays and all this kind of stuff all at once is kind of a lot. But apparently, people say using flakes makes it easier. And I mean, I can wrap my head around this, but then it's when I don't have what I need, then I have to go reach out to GitHub again. In some other way, right? So I think we're just going to start with this whole. Let me see. I know that Antonio mentioned another thing that Rust OCaml does, if I remember right. I mean, maybe it's just the Nix overlays. I don't remember. I feel like there was something else that he suggested, but maybe it is just this overlay. Yeah, this is the one that we were talking about. I just remember him being the main contributor. No one's surprised there if you know who Antonio is. Okay. Use this repo as the Nix packages URL. So I could just use this as the Nix packages URL. I kind of feel like that is in a way cheating a little bit. And feels like it could lead to problems. But we could try it because it's possible that I could do this exact same thing, put Dream back in here, right? And then for this all just to work. Learn to use make and CMake. Yeah, no thanks. I mean, not that I won't ever, but I don't know. I don't remember what the comments are in Nix. Hashes. But I'm not interested in doing that right now. Okay. I want Nix to make working with C projects easier. Now, when I get used to creating, like packaging programs in Nix, I think this won't feel as much of a hurdle for me. But like the fact that this would require, like they showed, like we looked at the source. Really, dude? Really, internet? Come on, internet. You can do it. I know I had to switch to Wi-Fi, but I still believe in you. Yeah, like this default one. Yeah, that basically that we're building 3 different packages just to build one, if not more than that. Because I mean, you have all of these as well. That's where I'm a little bit like, I don't know if I want to do that for my first time. You know, it seems like a little bit too much for me. I want to see if I can just get something working. Okay, so we changed our Nix packages URL to this. Now, obviously, I should not have put the inputs there, but we'll just do this. We'll leave it as Nix overlays, and then we'll see what happens. This 38.3 reminds me of the original eval, which is making me think it could be one of those 5-6 minute things again, since I changed the Nix packages URL, which would be unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so while that's evaluating, let's see if we can read a little bit more about Rust. Rust. I was on a really good one for Rust. I don't know why that's open. No, I mean, I know people who use both of me. I mean, the thing that Nix would be used for in more like the C or C++ space would be like you could use it like a package manager, which of course you do not have in those ecosystems, so that you don't have to manage everything yourself. So it could manage fetching the packages, building them, and linking them, I believe, depending on what you'd use. And then you might just have like a really simple CMake file, or you might not need it at all. I think it would just depend on the project, right? Okay, nope, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Where was the thing? Here we go. This is what I was looking at. Okay. So this is very similar to like what I have with OCaml. So I'm actually just going to copy my non-working OCaml build. Now it is kind of working. I just hit that there's a package that doesn't exist, right? It should work. If I had no dependencies, this would work. What I say when I'm writing C. If I have no dependencies, I'm fine. Okay. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm copying something over. Did I already copy it? I can't remember. I did not. So we're gonna copy from mtol. Really? Really? You don't have autocomplete for me? No, I'm just dumb and I forgot which directory I'm in. Flake. Hey, Mr. Cherry. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. We're going to copy this here. Yeah, that's definitely a good point, Endesneer. There's also that, and that is a problem with a lot of package management systems. Is it's either impossible or extremely difficult to have multiple versions. Now, I again, Amit knows this, but like I don't know C or C++ very well, so I don't know how you typically solve that in those ecosystems. Yeah, right. And I did use header only libs when I was going through C and C++ and Intel, and that was super easy. But that's not always the case, right? What was I doing? Oh yeah, now I just want to we'll open our polyflake and we will change, we're just going to change everything that says OCaml, and we're going to just change all that to Rust. Now, okay, so we know this isn't going to be true. We're going to try to, maybe we won't need to use an overlay for Rust. Oh, whoops. Getting there. s/ocaml/ wait, no, that's not the global replace though, is it? Okay, forget it. Let's just find them. OCaml, there it is. So I don't know what I'm gonna want here. I may not need any build inputs because I don't really care. I like self.packages.default to be in my shell. And then here, instead of this, I know I'm gonna want Rust platform.build Rust package. And here. And our p name is poly. Our version for poly, I don't remember what we decided on. V2. We're in the V2 branch. All right. We'll just call it something dumb for now. Everything's alpha stealth mode because that's how cool we are. And we'll just leave build inputs as an empty array at the moment, and we'll save that. Okay, let's see if our OCaml stuff's done yet. Okay, we're almost there. Hey Prutz, what's up? I feel like this stopped downloading. I mean, my stream's still on, right? Like, you guys see me. Like, not everything's dead. Why did this stop downloading? This isn't downloading anymore. What's happening? Thanks. Thanks for the confirmation that I'm actually still streaming. Well, we'll check on that more in a minute, guys. It's thinking about things. It very well could be. 1 out of 20 out of 170 built. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's just thinking. It's at 104.6 of 105.1. It's probably just thinking about stuff. Jesus. I need a new computer. I really didn't think I did. I thought it was fine. Like a year ago, I was like, oh, this computer's great. It has no problems. And then I actually try to do stuff with it, and then everything breaks. Where's that petition, right? You would restart here, Brutz. I remember you. I remember Swastik. Hey, what's up? Thanks for the follow. This is talking about the Indian origin of that, by the way, in case you're wondering. I believe it would be in the Hindu religion as a religious symbol, but I could be wrong there. Anyway, not the other one. Okay. Hey, Followaway, what's up? We're seeing, oh my god, it still hasn't moved. Come on. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I mean, so there's a couple things that it brings to the table, though. Like, you're getting so the difference is, like, yeah, Rust package manager is really good. So in some ways it's like, what would you use this with Rust? I don't know. Like, it's a good package manager, but they all have problems and they all have places where the builds are not actually reproducible, repeatable, completely locked in, if you will, based on version, based on hashes, based on all these things. Nix is essentially trying to solve the idea of having a completely declarative, reproducible build every single time. And for most package managers, that's just not what you're going to get out of the box. And that's just the package management side of things, not the building part side of things. So that's the way that would be my response to that. Again, it's not like I think you can't do these things another way, or Nix is just absolutely the best thing that anybody ever created. It's still effing hanging. Oh my god. But you know, a lot of people who even use Nix, they're like, Nix is annoying, I hate it, and it's still the best option out there for what it does. So I don't know. I think where, like, I'm attracted to Nix is the idea. We'll see how much I hate doing it this way, but the idea that for any software that I want to build, I kind of have a basic idea of how I'm going to end up building that without having to learn all these other things. Control C might be okay. I mean, BG said for me to use Control C lightly, but I'm gonna hope that at this point I'm gonna be okay. So we'll see what happens. All right. So let's just try a Nix flake check here. Okay. And then we should be just doing a Nix build. And we'll see. Hopefully this isn't... Okay, good. So it already eval'd my flake before, so I won't have that hang, but it's going to go through all this again, which is fine. I did notice this number already went, like, down. I don't know if that's true, but we'll see what happens. Cool. Thanks, Amit. Yeah. Right, because it's all cached, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Let's keep working on our Rust flake while we're waiting on this. And let's make sure that I don't get these confused. Okay. So this is it. We have build Rust package from Rust platform. I reverted back to the normal Nix packages. I think that looks pretty good. There's a cargo hash. I don't really know what that's about because I didn't bother reading. Okay, no, it says build Rust package requires either the cargo hash or the cargo SHA-256 attribute, which is computed over all crate sources of this package. If the application has cargo get dependencies, the cargo hash approach will not work, and you will need to copy the cargo.log file of the application to Nix packages and continue with the next section for specifying the options of the cargo lock. Okay. So I can just say lib.fake hash. Okay, interesting. Yeah. All right. So this is just going to go in here. And we're just going to say cargo hash equals lib.fakehash. Right. Yeah, that makes sense, Pretz. This is also like where it comes in, like the less you know about like what you're building and how it normally works, the harder it is going to be to understand how this works. Okay. Okay, this is still going. It's still doing interesting things. I'm a little confused by the 0 meg download, but I guess it's just building shit. And maybe that's what it was trying to do before, is it was just building but not actually telling me anything. Oh, I see. You know what? That's probably what it was doing over here. And because my terminal's cut off and it's not wrapping, I didn't see the actual build output. And since here it's like shorter here, I can see the build output. So it was probably building that whole time and I restarted it. Good times. Okay, very fun. And I'm like, I kind of get an idea of what cargo does, but it's not like I know it very well. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, right. So we'll just say use flake. We'll let deriv continue doing some work for us and see what happens. No such file or directory, right? And we know what this is now. We don't have to get confused anymore. Everybody say it with me. What is the problem here? What am I supposed to do when this happens, chat? Everybody should know. Right, yeah. I read a whole thing about it to me. I literally didn't know about this until this year. Never knew about it. And I'm like, I fairly am well versed on such things. And like, I mean, I studied a lot of this kind of stuff even in school. And somehow I never came across that fact. Okay. So this is what I'm supposed to do, chat. By the way, when I get that error that flake does not exist in blah, 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 next door hash, blah, 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 it just means I haven't staged it yet, right? Okay. Everybody knows this. We're really happy. And for some reason, deriv is still failing, but that's okay. Undefined variable lib, and that's because I didn't actually say that I want lib here. So I'm gonna guess that this inputs at flake-parts, I'm just gonna add a lib to. It's either that or I need to add it down here, but we'll see what happens. I forgot a little comma. Comma might be helpful. It's still going, Ryan. Okay. Cannot find flake lib. Okay, that's fine. So I wonder if it's actually just flake-parts lib, but I kind of doubt that's true. I'm guessing that's actually like the flake-parts lib and not the other lib. Well, flake-parts works out without being in my inputs. I know that much. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the special inputs at thing. I wonder if I can I, if I say inherit inputs like this, how do I then add libs somewhere? Okay, we'll see. Like the inputs attribute set up here. Okay. And what is lib supposed to be defined as? Okay. This is what I kind of hate sometimes is right here. Like it's set, like they start me here and they don't tell me where the lib effing is comes from. Like what I was supposed to do that. Yeah, man. You're good. I think it's just hard because people get really scared of that stuff and for good reason, right? Like it's just it's a really it's a symbol with a lot of bad connotations in the West. And for good reason, right? But it doesn't mean that we can't like educate ourselves and learn something new about how it's taken in a different culture, right? Can everybody do that? You just go learn some things. Okay. Yeah, it is classic Twitch though. It's his actual name though, Indesnir. Like it's not just like, oh, he likes the symbol. It's his actual name. So I mean, I get it. Starship, it's here, Allison. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it's fair. To each their own. I get it though, man. It's like you've had to deal with that your whole life. Outside of, you know, like outside of India anyway. Hey Alice, what's up? Allison and Alice, all here. Is your config in a repo for Nix? My home manager config is, if that's what you're asking. I think I added it here. Oh, for Starship, not Nix. Okay, yeah. That, my Starship config is extremely simple. It is also in my Nix config for home manager. I literally don't use anything special except this. I don't care about what AWS region I'm in. And other than that, I just use default config. Yeah. Ryan, come on. It's about developer productivity, right? It is developer productivity, and I'm going to spend my whole life trying to make myself more productive by spending my whole life just on productivity, not actually doing anything productive, but it, you know, it's just it's how it works. Yeah, home manager is a Nix thing. Yeah, correct. Okay. Nix is more about DevOps and continuous delivery rather than productivity, I think. Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, yep. Exactly. I mean, you write eLisp, or some of you prefer to write Lua. in order to become more productive, and then you spend your whole life doing that. Okay. Where were we? Let's see where we're at with his OCaml build. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this thing's just taken an effing long time to build on my system. OCaml Flamda. So I quit it like I'm so mad that I quit it earlier. I can't believe I canceled it. This is a bad choice. I should have just looked. All right? I should have just looked and been like, "Oh, the output is cut off. I better check out what it's doing." Bummer. Okay. Let's continue this whole thing here. Okay, so we're trying to figure out like where lib comes from. Now I get that lib needs to be in my inputs, but what I don't get is what the effing value of lib is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get it? Maybe there's an example in my home manager flake in Kickstart. Nope, it hates me. It hates me. Everybody just hates this. Yeah, I appreciate that, Swastik. All right. Dude, my MacBook. Yeah, it's loud. It's so burning hot. It's so intense. Are you sure lib is a repo? Yes. Oh, is lib a repo? No, I don't think it's a repo. But like here. I'm just trying to follow this. Where the F did it go? Oh, right. I wanted to use their little hash. Their fake hash. That's where I got lib from. Lib.fake hash. But where does lib come from? WTF. Maybe from Nix packages? Maybe. Maybe that's what it is packages.lib. Let's see. We'll just look in Nix packages. Where's Nix packages? Search. I found it. Okay. Lib. This is really going to be good. I don't know. It just says lib. All right. that was not helpful. It's just because like I don't have a good answer for you, Swastik. I mostly like use originally it's because I used the default installation for it's under system.lib. Interesting. I've used the GUI on Mac for a really long time. That's the way I'll say it. Okay, let me go back to my polyflake. Let me go back to here, just in case that ever finishes, before I actually have to finish in stream today. Might have to come back to it next week. All right. This is exciting. I mean, the good thing is I only have to build this one time, guys. The beauty of Nix, right? Oh, I'm a little concerned that this OCaml is actually OCaml version 4. I'm a little concerned now that I'm seeing this and I'm spending all this time building this and it's OCaml version 4. Is this true? Where the F is OCaml? Nix overlays OCaml. I'd be pretty disappointed. Now, the truth is I could actually use OCaml for this particular project. Damn it. You would think so. You would think so. No, this is OCaml 5. I'm a little mad right now. Partly because I don't understand. But let me see. Nix packages URL is here. It's using a specific hash though. Flake utils. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, whimsically, totally. Have a good night. Okay. Let's see if we can maybe get Rust to work. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna let that keep going and we'll see if I can get Rust to work. Okay. The thing is we have flake input lib. Prutz came back and said there's a Nix packages legacy packages system dot lib. Well, I think the problem one by is actually that that Dream is not in Nix packages. That's the problem I ran into, and that's why I started using this overlay, is because Dream is not in Nix packages. So that's the problem. But let me see. Be funny if this had like Dream defined in it and I'm just like completely wrong. Inherit ocaml-ng, build Dune package. Like packages equals. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Import packages, inherit system. Okay. Okay, so there's all this per system stuff, which is fine. Import Nix packages, inherit system overlays. Okay. We'll see if I can figure this out. Yeah. So I don't see this doing anything special for me that I don't already have, because it's just that Dream's not in Nix packages, and that's really the main problem with this flake so far. Okay. I mean, not really. Like I get what an attribute set is. I get the basic syntax, like the basic syntax. But it doesn't mean that like I'm fully there yet with like understanding the ins and outs. So I get that I have like nix packages.url here, and I get that then I can use this packages here. But then from there I get a little bit confused. Really. Like it's a little confusing to me right now that I don't have like packages in make flake. And that part is a little confusing to me. But yeah. So I understand that I have lib here. Now apparently I can say packages here, but that means down here I have to use it somewhere else. Yeah, attribute set. Yeah, it feels almost, I don't know. Even though it's not like something they would say in Lisp, it feels Lispy to me. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll go with attribute set. That's fine. But yeah, you would probably just call them something else in other languages. Okay, so Nix packages, legacy packages, or import Nix packages, inherit system. So this is the part where I do not, yeah, I don't ever define packages. That's the part that's confusing. So per system takes packages as an input, but what's weird is I can reference packages here, even though I never define it. Now, what I think that is because flake-parts lib make flake just does magic for me, right? It's the whole flake-parts thing that does magic. So that's probably what it is. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in flake-parts.lib. But maybe it is. Maybe that's where it exists. Or I don't know. Let's just play with this for a second. Okay, I actually have to effing save it. Let's see, next flake check. Be funny if this worked. If it's really just under lib and somehow, I doubt it's gonna work, but we'll see what happens. Okay. And while that's going, we could look at flake parts documentation a little bit. Okay. Attribute fake hash missing. Okay, so that's definitely not the lib that it was supposed to be. Flake.packages, flake.apps. Okay. And then we have per system. Do. It's not like there's like a little make thing. Yeah, maybe that's... Oh, explanation overlays. That's a good point. Maybe I should just be looking at this for a second. Like how to actually use overlays with flake parts. This is probably what I need to be looking at. Consuming an overlay. I think that's what I want. Is in per system. Overlays equals inputs.foo.overlays.default. Things you need to patch. Sure. Fuck. I feel like this is just a little bit beyond where I'm at, where I'm having a hard time. An overlay. flake-parts offers a module that derives an overlay from the per system module. But this seems like they're saying like if you wanted to create an overlay, but maybe I'm like wrong. Like I think what I want to do is consume an overlay. Final prev my package. Yeah. Yeah, that's if I'm creating an overlay. So I want to consume an overlay. Let's see if I can possibly figure this out. Inherit system. Okay, sure. Module.args.packages in per system. Of course, since I've defined this as, oh, right, but that's not, oh, I'm not using an overlay here. Oh my God. I'm using an overlay in OCaml, but not here. And then I started wanting to change this for overlay. I'm not thinking very well. This is okay. It's moved on to building Dune at least. Now, unfortunately, this is all on the OCaml 4 tool chain. So I'm a little bit annoyed about that. But oh well. Maybe it'll still work. Back to the Rust flake here. Write your build for a single system first and generalize with flake parts later. Yeah. It was good of me. It was good. You really got it. Oh yes, thanks C6 here. I missed your chat. But yeah, thanks for the kind words. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad choice. Like maybe flake parts, and I mean BG said this, but like flake parts is just like one abstraction basically to try to make it easier. But then when I'm starting to try to get into something a little bit harder, I feel upset about it. So, I don't know. And this is where I kind of think the per system, like the system.lib is kind of like bring all per system definitions for a system into scope using with system. The thing it makes easier is not the thing you're going to need anytime soon, like building for Mac and Windows. Okay. Thinking through this. Okay, so this is in per system. Now, I'm pretty sure system as this defines it is literally just the string of system. Yeah. I'm definitely trying to do that right now. And I think the problem is I didn't eat enough today. I think my blood sugar's a little low. But it's almost time to end stream. Hey, Cherry. Thanks for dropping in. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, blood sugar is really important. I try to have like a pretty decent lunch, especially on stream days, so I'm just not thinking about it. And that did not happen today. It just wasn't quite enough. I thought I had enough, but it wasn't quite there. I burned through it too quick with all this extreme sports, all the extreme sports of programming. Okay. Value is a string while a set was expected. Okay, yeah. That's because I'm trying to use system as a set. But what I think I can do, since packages is packages, then I think I can actually do the thing Prutz mentioned before, if I could find it. which it's Nix packages, legacy packages system, which I've already got Nix packages. So if I understand this correctly, I should be able to do something like oh my God, what did I do? Packages dot legacy packages. Now there's a way to do this where it takes that. Is it this syntax right here? Is this what I'm thinking of? You think I can just do packages.lib.fakehash? Oh. You know what I didn't notice is that, and it was because the indentation was wrong at first, is that the packages is defined here. It's in per system. So like it's now making sense to me. And it was probably, again, probably blood trigger, but like I should be able to just be able to do packages.lib. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. All right. Let's just see what happens. Fingers crossed, everybody. We're going to will it to work. Out of that, let's drink some water. Now, I really doubt that build Rust package is going to take all my cargo depths and my cargo.lock, but I could be wrong. It might. We don't know. Okay, okay. I'm not hating this. It's getting closer. Yeah, it makes sense that the packages in per system for flake-parts is that packages.system thing, right? It's already defined for the system that it's being called for. Okay, it's doing some things. So now we're fetching all the Rust toolchain for whatever build Rust packages uses. Right. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I want to just get rid of flake-parts at some point. Right. Yeah. I think maybe if I'm going to use the overlay, I should just nix flake-parts, right? Yeah. One of our favorite nix puns. And like for the OCaml stuff, and use something else. Either just the flake or flake utils. Okay. It's probably going to take a while, also because I'm also doing it for OCaml at the same time. Yeah, that's true of me. It's for a different reason, okay? We should do an actually teach meta how to use make stream. That would be fun. I keep trying to drink this because it's here, but there's nothing in it. Yeah, that's my intuition about it, is that it doesn't replace make CMake. It's just going to, you'll use Nix for the certain parts of it. Use Nix for what it's good at. And I mean, this is all exploration for me. It's not like I've decided I love Nix, honestly. I mean, I like the idea of it. A lot of people that I think are very intelligent and not into over engineering use Nix. But also, just like a lot of things, there's plenty of people that do that do over engineer with Nix and anything else, right? Um, I'm happy that I have like my system defined more and more using Nix and using Home Manager. And I'm looking forward to that, especially with the new computer I'm certainly getting in a couple months. We just know. We're just going to get an M3 Pro, not even think about it. That way nobody says, I'll continue to say I have a MacBook because work pays for it. And whether or not I have a choice to get a Linux system or not, I don't know. It's just hard with Linux because there's so many choices, and I don't always like having that many choices. And I mean even just with what computer I would choose to buy. Oh, that's cool, Prutz. Do you have any good resources on using Nix with C or C++? Because I am interested in trying that out soon. Yeah, I mean, this is on Mac, which is probably good information for you to know. But this is Darwin. Yeah, I've heard good things about Just. BG, who's the guy who's been teaching us Nix on Sundays, um, the Church of Nix. Um, yeah, exactly. PhD. I knew that was coming. He uses Just. Okay, so this is doing its thing. We're getting our Rust compiler. This is still doing its thing. We're on to building new things. Oh god. This whole stream is just watching my computer hopefully build things. Hey RCH Zindex. You've had trouble getting Apache Kudu to compile on a CMake project? Amit's your guy. Amit knows everything. He is expert at CMake. I don't know how true that is, but he's very smart when it comes to the C world. And he hangs out in our Discord, by the way. Okay, we're getting there. We're doing something. Shall we run top and just see how bad everything's going? Top won't even run in Alacrity? What the heck? Oh, it just took that long. All right. Nice. OBS. Brave. Not surprised OBS is at the top. This isn't telling me much. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I kind of hate Apple for sure. Like, kind of hate Apple for sure. How about that sentence? Very Southern California talk. Just where I grew up, by the way. I don't live there currently, but I grew up there. But I don't know. A lot of people are like, just get a System 76 box. I don't know how happy I would be with that at the end of the day. Okay, so we're done with our Nix flake check on our Rust. This is still going, unsurprisingly. So now that we've done Nix flake check, we're in our mpure Nix shell environment. I am interested to see like what cargo version we're on. Is it cargo --v or is it just cargo version? Okay, cargo 1.75, and what are we outside of Nix? 1.71. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. So we're on a more recent version in our Nix shell. We know we actually got that build. Yay, yay. Somebody followed because at least something worked. They were waiting just for one effing thing to work on this stream, and it finally happened. Mo Yu, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm so validated, Purplish. So validated. Yeah, I would love an example of using Nix with C or CMake or whatever. Thanks. Love it. Okay. So we have our own little shell here with all of our stuff that we've built. Now we're going to see if we have anything new. Okay. I kind of thought that this would output to something else. But how do I know? How do I know that this actually worked and did anything? Like I see that I have a flake.lock. I guess let's look at a flake.lock file. I've never actually looked at one yet. I mean, we have a basic idea of what it's going to look like, but let's just look at it. We'll pipe it into less. All right, so we have nodes, flake-parts, inputs, Nix packages lib, locked. Okay, flake-parts, Hercules CI, we got it. Nix packages, okay, here we go. Nix packages lib, and root. Okay, well that doesn't tell me a lot. I feel like partly what that tells me is that this probably didn't actually build my project. I guess what we could do is just do a little cargo clean and just, I can even skip the build phase and install phase. Just look the commits. That's it. I don't know if I know what you mean, Prats. TBH. I'm sure you do. You do not mean, you mean in the, like what commits? Is there something I don't know about? Is there a Nix commits? Oh yeah, all I did is a check though. I didn't actually do a Nix build. So we should probably, with the CMake example. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what does that mean in this context? All right, let's do a build. It might help if when I'm looking for the output of a build, I actually run the build command. Just a little tip, pro tip with Nix, run the build command. All right, while that's building, I need to do a message check. Okay, so your commits were talking about the cargo.like. Okay. Why is it installing Python 3 on my system? Why? Why would it do this to me? I don't want Python 3. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, look at that. OCaml Dream is coming in. We're getting really close. We're getting so close. And this is just going to work perfectly. It's just going to work first time. Not even going to have to think about anything else. It's just going to work and we're all going to be happy. Okay. Everybody needs Python 3 at some point. This is true. All right. It's still just building. Okay, here we go. One dependency of derivation failed to build. Okay. And hash mismatch in fixed output derivation. And it's just this whole thing. Is this actually okay? It's saying my hash is not happy. Okay. Yeah, seriously, Amit. All right, so let's see what happened. Okay, now it's evaluating again, even just after an LS. This happens, it's fine. We'll let it evaluate. So it didn't actually create, like, it didn't finish building, which, you know, you wouldn't think it would based on this. Now, the thing is, everything's cached, right? So if I just run this again, it's on the build phase, and it's giving me some messages over here. It is changing. Yeah, I know Nix is big in Haskell. So I guess this is saying that there's a fake one. So maybe this is the fake. And what I can do, can I just literally take that and just put it in my cargo hash and just pretend like this is fine? I mean, I have a hard time believing this is going to work, but it would be nice if it did, right? Wouldn't it be nice? I know that has to be a string. No, not what I wanted. All right, let's go back to our little Rust example, wherever that was. Right here. Just compare. Okay, we have this. Let's just set this hash here and see if we're happy. And if we're not, then I would have to think about, where is this hash actually coming from? Yeah, that run for several hours. Yeah. Well, Haskell is not known for its fast build times either. Okay. Oh, because of the way that they use Nix? That's funny. Come on. Come on. We need some sort of success here. I mean, we got a little bit of success, but it would be nice to have a a decent, like, some progress on our build here. Okay, this is looking nice so far. Okay. We're getting a deriv execute and not a build failure. Nice. We're so good at this. Okay, perfect. So now we have a result, and the result is what I was hoping existed. And poly is our bin. So ideally, if we run this poly bin, how about it? How effing about it? That's not bad. Okay. Okay, so we thought we were going to get a OCaml flake working today, which was possible if I did not use Dream in my project, which then led us down a path of overlays, which then led us down a path of installing the entire OCaml 4.14 toolchain and compiling it, and it's taking effing forever. So I'm glad while we were waiting for that, we decided to try Rust because it's already working. Now, what's really cool is build Rust package over here. I didn't have to specify any dependencies or anything like that. It's just looking at probably my cargo.lock. And it just works. I ran poly just like I would anywhere else, and it just effing works, which is pretty freaking cool. So let's do a couple things. We need to just echo result into our git ignore. And as long as we do that, I think we're done here. And nix flake for poly. We created our flake.lock, our flake.nix, and now we have a reproducible build for poly. Let's look at our, I'm kind of interested to see the difference in our flake.lock. And this is just like for my own learning to see like what's different. Last time all we had were normal nix stuff. Does any of that change? I guess not. I guess the flake.lock really only keeps track, if you will, of the hashes for what you could say is the core stuff, right? The nodes, apparently, flake-parts, nix packages lib, and root. Okay. So I'm happy with that. I just wanted to see if there was anything like I didn't know if the lock was going to show me information about the packages that Nix like installed. That's all I meant. Like all the Rust packages that it installed. Because this guy has dependencies, you know? Capitalized. That's what I forgot. You know, we've got clap in there. We've got lazy static. So it's only for inputs. Okay. So it just hashes the inputs basically. Like it gets our SHAs, keeps track of those. And then all of this, it just knows what it's going to get based on how it's defined. Probably in the cargo.lock is my guess, which is probably going to be a big file. But, you know, this is probably what it's using to figure out what it's supposed to actually get. All these little checksums. Most recent commit. Yeah, SHA. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, hey, I didn't accomplish what I thought I was going to accomplish, but we still got a working flake for Rust. Pretty cool. If we did like just a basic OCaml project without Dream, everything was in, you know, Nix packages, most likely our derivation would have been fine for that, but at least this happened. So that makes me feel good, and that I can move on with my day after accomplishing something so important, utterly important to the developer experience and to my personal productivity. What do I mean about what? I don't remember. Your package is a derivation anyway. No, I was just saying I got this to work. I got this little is it wrong to say that I got this you can correct my speech. I said I got this derivation working, I think, which made me happy. I don't know what I said. Who knows what I said? I don't know, Pruds. Okay. Bye, YouTube.